your jaws.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello, and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newlydeads. And this week, instead of what we normally would do, which is watch a movie and then review said movie, we're doing a special week. What are we doing, Joel?
People like lists. We like lists. So we're doing 5 holiday-themed horror films that we enjoy. We're doing 5 each, so these don't have to be top anything. They don't have to be favorites. They don't have to be anything other than films that we enjoy that are specifically based around a holiday. Not necessarily Halloween or Christmas. They could be any holiday, but those are probably the 2 most prevalent that people think about when it comes to holiday-themed horror. And this is a good way to spark conversation, so that way if you have thoughts on this, you have other ones you'd like to suggest, you're like, I never heard of that, or that's my favorite, or whatever, you can email us at contact@thenewlydeads.com. You can go to our Facebook page, you can put something on the page itself, or you can message us directly. Or, if it is 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday night, you can hop on over to tinglertelevision.com. We are typically in the chat. Every once in a while we're not there, especially during the holiday season. We have other things that come up sometimes. But you can talk with one or both of us. We will be there ideally every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yep.
So, yeah, we can talk about this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
Whatever you got.
So this is going to be kind of like a loose show because we don't really have anything planned out really for it other than the fact that he chose 5 movies and I chose 5 movies. The requirements are that we had to have seen them beforehand.
They're ones that we enjoy.
And ones that we enjoy.
Don't have to be a favorite.
And they have to be a holiday themed.
That's pretty much it.
Not necessarily holiday themed, but take place during a holiday.
Correct. Yeah.
We tried to choose different holidays for each.
To some extent, yeah.
Yeah. And I think we succeeded.
Yeah, and I tried to be a little bit esoteric as much as I could, but there's only so many movies to choose from, and sometimes you got to go with a big one because that's the one that you like the most or that you really wanted to talk about. So what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, since it is a little loose, I find that as long as you have something different to talk about and you don't have the same things, we did check with each other to make sure that we don't have the same. I don't know what her list is. She knows what mine is, and
He's
that way
100% seen all of the ones that are on my list.
That way, we make sure that there's no crossover, and conversation gets sparked pretty easily when you are talking about stuff that you like. Yeah. And the hat is really itchy, by the way, because I don't have any hair. But I put it on just as a joke, and she said she thought it was cute. So
he kept it.
When your wife tells you that something is cute and she wants you to wear it, you do it. Not out of any sort of requirement, but just because you love her.
I love you too.
I thought I'd get her to say it. Now I got it on tape.
You have it on tape a lot.
I do have it on a lot of things. I have it in writing. We have a document that legally requires her to say that.
Requires me to say it?
Does it? If we run short on time, perhaps I'll throw trailers in or something else to fill the gaps. I don't think we're going to have a problem with it. If anything, I think we might go over.
Yeah.
Especially with me continuing to talk.
The problem with me is sometimes I have gaps in my memory. So I know I've seen a movie, but then I'll forget parts of it or whatever. But then he sometimes can spark memories in my head. So when we're talking about things, so
that's why I'm saying I think we'll be fine. She was a little nervous about it. I
am nervous about this.
And we're wearing holiday themed horror shirts as well. So all right.
Do you want to go first?
And these are in no particular order.
Yeah, mine is too. Yeah.
I started writing them based on when the holiday fell, in order of the holidays, but then I realized that didn't work out quite, I don't think. Just looking at my list now, that's not a typical 12-month. Yeah, these aren't exactly in order, so anyway.
Yeah, mine are not in any order at all, date-wise or preference.
This is very itchy.
So take it off.
Yeah, but now people have seen it. Now they are like, man, that hat looks great, or that hat is funny. And so I'd rather leave it on
It's
and
a
then
little
later
witch
on
hat.
I'm
He
gonna be
looks
very,
adorable.
very itchy. All right, what'd you say? I'm first?
I said, do you want to go first?
Oh.
Or do you want me to go first?
If I go first, I'm going to move one that I have later on further up because that way they are in chronological order. Weird. Okay. So my first pick actually is a Halloween film that takes place during the Halloween season. It is the 2004 Jeff Lieberman classic that if you've not seen it, why? And I introduced it to my wife after we met. It is Satan's Little Helper. Do you remember that movie?
No.
Not to be confused with Santa's Little Helper, the Simpsons dog. No, Satan's Little Helper is on the shelf. It is a movie about a unknown serial killer who doesn't speak, who wears a Satan mask and a trench coat looking thing. He goes around this small town just murdering people randomly and then placing them out as like Halloween decorations or whatever, dumpsters, wherever he can. There's no like rhyme or reason. He never speaks. You never see his face. They don't ever give any backstory on him. He just shows up, and at the end of the movie, he's still there. So there was room for a sequel, which has never happened, unfortunately. But it stars Amanda Plummer as the mom in the movie. And so Satan's Little Helper runs into this little kid who plays a game of the same name. And the kid thinks that this is the Satan from the game. And so he decides to help Satan to achieve his goal of murdering people. And so they go on a killing rampage together, essentially, until the kid realizes that
It's real.
it's real, and then things go sideways.
I do vaguely remember that.
If you've not seen it, I love this film. Yes, it has some shortcomings, but Jeff Lieberman did a great job of putting something together that is kind of familiar but unfamiliar at the same time. There are some issues with the effects.
I like Amanda Plummer.
But Amanda Plummer is great, and Catherine Willett, I think is her name, is the other co-star who plays his sister. And yeah, I've seen it I watch it almost every year at least once. I didn't watch it this year actually, but highly recommend it. So
Highly recommend.
Joel Bob says, check it out.
Joel Bob. It's funny when because I'm taking notes like as he's like saying his stuff or whatever because it's fun, and I like taking notes.
She
'cause
does.
It's my life. But I spelled Amanda Plummer wrong.
Oh.
I spelled it like plumber.
Oh, like Plumber, plumber.
Then I was like,
Yeah, it's 2 M's.
cool. Yeah, I vaguely remember that movie.
It's on my collage. Yeah, I drew him on my collage.
Oh, okay. That was a Halloween movie, you said, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with my Halloween movie, and you'll know pretty quickly. Well, I'm just gonna tell you that I really enjoy anthology movies, movies that have like several different stories in them that all have like a through line kind of thing. Yeah, it's like my jam, and I realized that.
You did the whole list?
No,
Oh.
but 2 of the movies that are on here. And then I've got a bunch that I wrote down on the side here that are ones that I want to see, and they also happen to be anthology movies.
Okay.
So, I'm sure if you're a horror fan, this is not a dig deep into a, pit of like movies that no one's heard of kind of thing. This is a very like common, he's everywhere kind of thing. I chose Trick or Treat.
I figured that was it.
It's from 2007. If you haven't seen it, it is an anthology movie. I've been watching it every year now for the last several years, or at least I try to. Sam is the person, the character that is the through line through the whole thing. Also kind of they all kind of like intertwine with you. You can hear, because it's the same town, so like you can hear people from like one of the scenes, and then you see a character in a couple of the different ones too, right? Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
So they're all interconnected, which is awesome.
But Sam is kind of the antagonist.
I did take some notes as far as like I cannot read my own freaking writing. It's like at 6.8 out of 10. in the Internet Movie Database, and then it's like 82% at Rotten Tomatoes, I think. So that's pretty dang good for a horror movie.
And
Joel always says like anything over 50%, right?
Oh, anything over a 6 on Internet Movie Database is worth watching, for sure.
Right, but like for Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I don't know.
I always thought you said it was like anything over 50% you thought was good.
I don't know.
Oh, you were just saying like in general. Yeah. What were you going to say before I interrupted?
That my kid doesn't like it.
Trick or Treat?
They found it to be kind of me.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie.
A lot of big fans out there.
Yeah, so like I said, it's not like a, ooh, I've never heard of that movie before, because you walk into any like, Spirit Halloween, and there's Sam, like a whole section for Trick or Treat. So, anyways, I love it, and I will always say that it's on like my top. I would say it's my top 5 all time Halloween movies. Anyways, so.
All right. My number two, my second one is 1987's Blood Rage. It's not cranberry sauce. Low budget slasher. There were several different iterations of it because they just kept recutting it. About a twin killer. Well, twins. One of them is killer, one is not, which is which. And it takes place at Thanksgiving, just in case I didn't mention that.
It's really good.
What?
It's really good.
It's one of those movies that you love it or you hate it. It's kind of gotten a resurgence thanks to it getting found and then being reissued on a boutique Blu-ray label. I believe it was an Arrow release, actually. And so it's got a new life, and that's how I found it. I love it. And
it's not cranberry sauce.
If you want a movie that takes place at Thanksgiving, but doesn't necessarily mean it is a Thanksgiving film, it's one to watch, and it is one you will remember and you will talk about with your friends.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, so my number 2, I'm going to go with My Bloody Valentine, which is very, very much a Valentine's Day movie.
1981 or 2000? Oh,
1981, yeah. It is at 6.2 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database, and then 58% on Rotten Tomatoes, which again, what Joel was saying is anything over 6.
A 6 is my like. I'll watch things that are below that, but if it's a 6 or above, generally speaking, it's something that's...
Yeah, because there's one that's on here that's surprising to me.
That it's lower?
Yeah, but like good Rotten Tomatoes score, but like lower on the, IMDb.
IMDb is, is all fan-based. It's not so much critical or critics based as Rotten Tomatoes. But
yeah, what he was saying when he asked me like the year or whatever, it has been remade, so... You can watch either one if you want to, but
they're both
the one
good.
The one that I was referring to that we watched together is the 1981 one,
yep.
Right? Yeah,
with Harry Warden.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The miner.
Yes. So basically, it is a slasher film where a person who dies or supposedly dies in a mine comes back to start killing for revenge.
Yeah, because it took place that he died on Valentine's Day, and then doesn't want anything to do with Valentine in the town, and anytime they try and bring it back, he gets upset.
Yes, and starts the killings.
But if you want to see, the remake is with Jared Padalecki, and it is in 3D, and it is quite good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed that as well.
Recommended.
But, yeah, that's my number 2.
My third choice here, we're jumping forward to Christmas now. This one is one that's grown on me. When I first saw it, I did not like it. I watched it again, and I liked it a little more. Then I saw it with Joe Bob, and that made me like it a little more. And then eventually, it's on the shelf, as is Blood Rage. So far, actually, all the movies on my list are on the shelf, so we'll just leave it at that. This is 1980's Christmas Evil. Not to be confused with Silent Night, Deadly Night, or any of the other Christmas-themed horror films. This one is about a disgruntled toy factory worker who kind of is starting to lose his grip on reality. And he is trying to bring the joy of Christmas back to people that just don't seem to get it anymore. And things get a little bloody. It's not over the top in terms of like blood, guts, gore, and icky stuff. Mm-hmm. It's a very much more like subtle kind of psychological thriller in a way about a guy who's becoming unglued.
Yep, losing his mind.
There is some death. There is some murder, some stabbing. But then there's the ending, which makes you go, was this all real? Was it a dream?
Right.
What the hell just happened? And it makes you wonder if people's vans back then were equipped differently than they are now. But it's one of those movies that over time, every time I see it, I get something more out of it. And the lead actor that I'm forgetting now, I'll put a little note here about it, is it's a fun little bit of trivia, so I'll put that there. And it's something I watch. We've started to watch almost once a year now.
Yeah, we need to watch that again this year.
Gets me every time.
Did we watch it last year?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
We did.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your typical horror movie.
My movie for Christmas is also kind of similar in the psychological, or like somebody losing their marbles kind of. I chose A Christmas Horror Story.
Oh, okay.
It is very similar actually as far as like that's concerned.
There is some definitely parallels.
Is it real? Is it not real? Yeah, it totally is. It's actually pretty sad. If you haven't seen A Christmas Horror Story, I highly recommend it. It's from 2015. This is the one that I was saying that is like, it's a 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
It's not got as much of a life as I feel like it should have.
But it's 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, so it's like kind of like a big
is that
swing.
Critic?
I didn't. I just looked at
I have a feeling the critics liked it more than the audience did. But yeah,
I like this movie. It's I mean William Shatner's in it, so
we watch it. We've watched it almost every year now. I think.
Yeah.
We showed it to my youngest, who likes horror movies. We showed it to them this last year, and they also were. It's also
like
impressed.
a interwoven story, so it's kind of like an anthology-ish.
Yeah, there is a through line.
Yeah, there's a definite through line, and William Shatner is like the linchpin of the whole thing. Anyways, like he is this isn't going to ruin anything. He's a radio DJ, right? Yeah. Where he's kind of narrating the story, but not really.
He's also a participant.
Yes. Yeah, he's a character in the story as well. So, it's really good. I think that I like all the different stories and all the different aspects.
It's clever and I feel like was a good twist. Like the first time I saw the twist at the end, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Santa stuff really, in it, elf stuff in it.
Krampus.
There's Krampus stuff in it.
Zombies.
There's zombies and changeling.
Changeling, yeah. I see changelings a lot.
That's not a common thing to see a whole lot. But yeah,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and like I said, I like those kind of stories because I also like narrations. So, shows and movies that have a narrator that kind of start things off. It just reminds me of like a fairy tale. And so I think I just realized that's like why I think I like it. It's because it's like somebody telling me a story. So, that's why I like Christmas Horror Story, and it's actually called Horror Story, so yeah. Check it out.
So then my fourth one on the list here is one that we've just started watching together, and now has become our standard New Year's movie, which is 1980 also, New Year's Evil, which there's a couple of well-known New Year's horror films. But this one is about a radio DJ who is hosting a New Year's Eve party with a new wave punk band. I forget what the thing
Horrible. Is. It's not new wave punk.
It's not punk. I don't know what it is.
It's supposed to be new wave, but like all the people there are all like punk rock looking kind of people, and they're all like,
I don't know. It's a strange thing.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
But there's a killer that is calling into her show. Taunting her about that they're killing somebody every hour on the hour until the clock strikes midnight. and they're
and it's midnight in each of the time zones.
oh, that's right. There's, in the 4 time zones,
they're
it's
in
killing
California.
somebody.
Yeah.
Each time it turns midnight in another time zone.
Yes.
That's right.
So it's like New Year's in New York, so someone dies. New Year's in Chicago, someone dies. Like New year's in the
because she's on the
mountain
West
time,
Coast, I
someone
believe.
dies. Yeah, she's in California.
But then during the whole point, the killer calls in and says, "This is evil," and talks in like a robotic voice.
Yeah.
But
I am evil.
Our tradition has become that on New Year's Eve we get steak and shrimp and potatoes, and we'll sit and we'll eat our dinner. We'll watch New Year's Evil. We'll chat about it. We'll laugh about it. And now we know the movie kind of back and forth, and it's on the shelf again. But
It's good fun.
it is a lot of fun.
I really like that movie. So, yeah. Okay, so I have a New Year's Eve movie also that we just watched not that long ago. Terror Train.
Oh, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
Terror
all
Train
right.
from 1980. Jamie Lee Curtis is in
Huh.
it.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
It is. It's a New Year's Eve movie though,
It
because
is.
they're on a train.
David
and then
Copperfield's in it.
Yep, and there's some murders going on the Terror Train. So I think this is just a couple years. I mean, Jamie Lee is still pretty young. I mean, this is just a couple years after she made Halloween. So she's kind of like not a femme fatale, kind of like she's like the chick that's sexy chick kind of thing, right? In it.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, there's a killer that is murdering people on the train for they kind of, you know kind of the reason, but they never wear the same mask twice because it's New Year's Eve, everybody's wearing different masks.
Yeah, because it's like a masquerade kind of like thing that they're doing.
So every time the killer could be anybody because every time they show up, they're wearing a different mask,
Right.
and a different costume.
Yep.
And then the reveal at the end is kind of amazing in a funny kind of way. So
Yeah, I like twist endings and stuff. So I mean, who doesn't like a twist ending? But
M. Night Shyamalan. Oh wait, no, he loves twist endings. Never mind.
oh yeah, M. Night Shyamalan is a twist ending. His name's not even M. Night Shyamalan.
Whoa! And this has been remade recently. I didn't even know it was a thing that was remade, but it was remade. It must have gone into public domain or something because it is not a good-looking remake, and the remake has a sequel. So I don't think we're
See,
gonna watch
he knows
it,
so
but
many things about all of the things.
Terror Train.
Terror Train.
Good choice.
Yeah. I thought I was like pretty proud of myself. I was like patting myself on the back.
good.
Oh, just needless to say, it's 44% on Rotten Tomatoes, but 8 out of 10
Oh, yikes!
on IMDb.
Interesting. I feel like Prom Night is probably the same way. So my last movie stars the Chin, as Laura refers to her. I'm a fan of the Chin.
I refer to
You
it?
refer to her as the Chin.
Her?
Yeah. Redhead.
The big-headed lady?
Isn't it call her the Chin or is it just call her Big Head?
Big-head.
Maria Thayer is who we're talking about. I love
Sorry.
Maria Thayer. She is fantastic.
You are
She's
fantastic.
Funny. She's like a Lucille Ball kind of, just kind of attractive but comedic, feminine, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, she's great. The movie I'm talking about is 2015's Night of the Living Deb, which
right.
comes. It's an Independence Day film. It takes place during 4th of July. And so she wakes up in the morning from a one-night stand. The guy that's next to her, there's this whole like interplay, and then they go outside and come to find out that the zombie apocalypse has happened. Ray Wise is in it, who is just one of those actors that he always gives 10,000%, and it is just a fun zombie movie that is a little different than you would expect from a zombie film. So if you've not seen Night of the Living Deb, on the shelf, recommended.
And then my final film is from 2009, and it's an Easter film, and it's Dead Snow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I always forget that it's an Easter film.
And there's a sequel, Dead Snow 2, Red versus Dead.
Yes.
Or
Red. Yeah. It is like Red Dead Redemption almost, but like, yeah, it's something Red versus Dead.
Red, yeah. But there is a sequel, and they're both...
Yeah. If you've never seen Dead Snow, it is a Nazi zombie movie.
Which is the subgenre of zombie films.
Yes.
Nazi
and it's
zombies.
very good. It's very gory.
Funny.
Super bloody. Very funny. Not
Really
very
well
funny,
done.
But funny. Yeah.
very well
it is.
done.
It is. It's 68% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's surprising.
But 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
I feel like that's a low cutting. The second one is not quite as good, but it's a lot bigger, and there's some stuff that happens in that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And if you like those movies, there is another movie from the same area called Attack of the Lederhosen Zombies that
Sounds amazing.
yeah, check it. I thought it was going to be totally like lame and goofy lame, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And it was not what I was expecting. It's good though.
Yeah.
Anyway, good choice.
Thanks. I know I stole it because like he showed me like which ones he was gonna do, and I was like really like struggling. I was going through my list, and I was like, I'm like I really want to do Dead Snow, and like yeah,
I had extras just in case.
I had written down New Year's Evil too because that's one that him and I watch all the
That's a
time.
thing.
And Blood Rage, and I was like, oh well, that's easy.
That's
And
our
I was
standards.
like, and then I looked at his list. I was like, he's got 3 of those.
Speaking of which,
that I
Blood
wanna
Rage,
do.
we're going to be watching here sometime in the next couple of weeks.
I know because it's gonna be Thanksgiving here.
And the one that didn't make the list,
Thanksgiving.
yep,
Yep.
should have made the list, but I needed to go with the more esoteric choice first. Because more people, I
Because
think,
that's
know
what he likes.
Thanksgiving than
That's the
Blood
word I
Rage.
was trying to think of. Esoteric.
Esoteric. I like to try and expose you to new things, perhaps.
Yes.
But I'm not going so far left to center that you've never heard of it, which is, doable.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to talk about a couple different things. Do we have time for me to talk about something that I want to see?
You got like a minute.
A minute?
And then we need to talk about next week's movie.
All right.
So go.
Yeah, no, there's a couple that, again, anthology movies that I just want to, like, give shout-outs to that I haven't seen yet. So maybe we'll choose them for, like, a future anthology kind of thing.
Top anthology? film?
Yeah.
So
So
what-
Holidays is one of them.
We've talked about that on the show, yep.
Holiday Hell.
Don't know that one.
Yeah. Happy Horror Days.
Heard of it, but not seen it.
Tons. It had tons of holidays in it. And then there's a Thanksgiving one that I want to watch called Seance.
Oh, I have heard of that. I didn't know it took place at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it said Thanksgiving. So, and then Beaster Day, Here Comes Peter Cottontail.
Yeah, there's a surprising, shocking amount
Peter
of
Cottontail.
Easter horror films.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there's a lot of them. Whereas Arbor Day, you've got like one? Or no?
Yeah,
that's-
there was like 1 or 2 for Arbor Day.
Well,
I think one of them's called Arbor Day.
Yes, I was going to say there's one called Arbor Day, which I've seen, which I want to say Fiona Dourif's in. But,
I wonder if it's like the tree being like, do you like my decorations?
and then there's Tree Venge, but that's actually a Christmas movie. So.
Tree Venge!
Tree Venge is Canadian, and if you've not
Yes.
seen it, it's fun.
We're just going more and more and
Jason
more.
Eisner.
No, we should have talked about that. Anyways,
Tree Venge, we'll save it for another show. This is just the first run at this. Get test water, see what people think.
yeah. Let us
So-
know if you like this. If you want to see more of this, also let us know. We forgot to say this at the top of the show, but if it's 6:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, you should be talking to us. You did say that?
Yeah, because I said you should get in the chat. You can talk to us about our choices.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So let us know. Sorry about that. Let us know if you like this. And you can always go to our Facebook page and also give us comments there. So,
I would like to say that for some reason in this episode, neither Bailey nor Shaggy made an appearance.
no. And like Shaggy didn't even make a sound. Well, I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't know if he did in the last episode. I think he did in the last episode briefly, but this episode he's been on right there on the other side of the camera
He's sleepy.
and has not joined us at all. But we're
Looks
recording
depressed.
late in the day, so
Yeah.
he's just tired.
All right. Let me see. What are we watching next week?
Next week we are watching.
Robo-Croc.
This is from
Oh, Lord. This is a lot of
2013,
small print.
and it is not an asylum film, believe it or not.
My
But it does
contacts are
star
dry.
one Corin Nemec. If you are familiar and you're of our age, Parker Lewis can't lose.
Oh, yeah. All right. A top secret unnamed spacecraft disintegrates upon re-entry. Its mysterious military payload crash lands in the crocodile habitat of a place called Adventureland, a combination water park, amusement land, and world-famous crocodile exhibit. Following its pre-programmed instructions, the payload, a next-generation nanotech-based combat drone, finds a host in the form of the park's prize 20-foot Australian saltwater crocodile, Stella. She is the largest saltwater croc in captivity. Immediately upon infecting its host, the drone payload nanobots begin to transform Stella from an organic living creature into a lethal killing machine with only a single directive: survival. Well, that's sad. Doesn't that make you kind of sad?
I don't know.
It's like a sad...
It's a sad crocodile.
Yeah. This is from the director of Young Guns.
Been shot down in a blaze of glory.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't remember how the song goes. Something like that.
So anyways,
Sorry,
that's what
Bon
we're
Jovi.
watching.
All right.
All
So if you'd like to find us, you can find us at thenewlydeads.com. I'll put that somewhere in this general direction.
Yep.
And
Until next week.
keep it cheap and creepy. I just like the way you went. I was trying to, pause for dramatic effect.
That was
I was
too long
debating
of a
asking
pause.
Shaggy to come over here and say hi, but
He's sleeping now.
he's tired. Oh, well.
All right. Bye.
Go look after your mother and sister.
Where are you going? We gotta finish this. Goodbye.